Okay, so this was a day of fishing that I went out, and this was actually about 1:30 here. I'm taking off from a spot, and it's going to hit up the only spot that I have caught, or that I had caught any fish that day. Even then, there wasn't much to be had there. It was a rough day out on Granbury again, but I did get some fish, so I decided to make at least a little bit of video out of it. And here in a second, you're about to see what we got. So what I had started throwing here was a lipless crankbait, and right here on this cast or the next cast, I believe I had actually saw one, a little tiny one, come up. I had bounced the crankbait off of a little pole, and I saw right there, I saw the fish come up and kind of snap at it. So I decided to just start running it into everything I could, and that's what got me the strikes. I actually kind of alternated back and forth between kind of flipping into spots where I would get a bite and running the lipless crankbait. But the only thing that ever actually got any strikes was the lipless crankbait itself. A lot of the fish actually didn't get on video, whether it's just because I had actually forgot to hit the start button, or it just wasn't worth getting or looking at. I mean, everything I caught today was small, but I mean, a fish was a fish. Right there we have a little bitty one. I mean, I was super stoked to get it. Just coming from nothing. I was reading on the forums the other day, people were calling it getting Granburied, because that's how bad the lake is fishing right now. So this little particular section that I've been fishing here is actually a little pocket outside of the main lake. It's just this little small, I mean, just the only way you can get into it is there's about the size of a boat that you can fit in between, and then there's a pocket that runs both ways, up and down on the side of it. So the water's a little bit clearer there because it catches a lot of runoff and doesn't really catch all the boat traffic and the waves and stuff that'll stir up the water. So it's a little bit clearer there. I think that might have had something to do with it, with actually being able to get fish in here. I hooked up on one right here, had to run it through all that stuff. Like I said, what I was doing is running that crankbait into any grass or anything I could, and as soon as I would run it through there, pull it out, and they would strike it right then. And I was having to pull this one through all the grass there. This is actually the biggest one I caught that day. But again, I mean, they were back there in a pocket, and that's the only place I caught them that day.
I have caught, and this is, I mean, this thing's tiny, but I mean, it's a fish. I'm super stoked. Looks like it's had a couple of meals. Yeah, it's sad that I'm excited about that. If you've been watching my videos, if you were to see Ruckus with crankbait.
So right here pretty much sums up about how my fishing trips have been getting hung up. As you can see right there to my right hand side, that's the little opening that comes into that little back canal there, and that's what I was fishing. Over to your right there is the main lake, and it just kind of goes out into a channel. Well, guys, that was pretty much it for what I'd caught that day. I actually continued fishing on for about an hour or two after that particular spot and came back towards where I dock, and I went there. I decided to go ahead and load up for the day and just kind of call it. I think I'd caught about 6 or 7 fish that day, but none of them were any bigger than what you saw in the video, and either I didn't want to take the time to find them and edit them, or I just didn't get them on video. But yeah, this is how Granbury's been going for me. I decided to go ahead and make a video anyways, just because I hadn't been, making any fishing videos because I just haven't been catching any fish. I'm going to be making a special trip to a different lake here soon. Hopefully I'll be able to catch some fish there and get something up there, but I really do appreciate you guys watching. Just kind of stay tuned. I'll be doing lure reviews and all that. Check out the Hooked Up Network, and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it.